Hi. Hello, everybody. Give it a couple minutes. I know it's late in the East Coast time zone and pretty much dinner time on the West Coast, but I figured I would just do this as a live because it's so much easier than editing a video later. I have some major life updates that will greatly impact my budget and just how I spend my money, and thought it would be much more casual to do a live versus editing a YouTube video. There's not a whole lot of structure and it shouldn't be too long of a live, and I'll keep this up on my YouTube channel pretty much forever in case anybody wants to watch the replay. If you are watching the replay, hi, thank you so much for watching. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give the video a couple thumbs up. That would be awesome. And leave a comment below. Definitely a very personal live that we're getting into here. So I hope you're all having a wonderful week. I can't believe it's already Wednesday, June 1st. Oh my gosh, it's June already. But I do have just major life updates. So we might as well just get into it versus, waiting around. And I'm trying to be appreciative of your time here. I did make some notes of things I wanted to get through. But I guess like the major life update, and maybe you can tell behind me with all of the boxes, I've moved. I have moved to a new apartment as I am single. So I did break up with my boyfriend. It was very mutual, very respectful, but I moved out and it all happened very fast. I mean, it wasn't really a surprise, and I'm okay. I'm okay. It's definitely a change of pace. We were together for almost 3.5 years, and it just was becoming obvious that, we were not the right people for each other. I think we each wanted each other to be a little bit different and adapt to each other's lifestyles, but I'm a very ambitious soul. I love my independence and I love doing side hustles, making money, being busy, and just it's not for everybody in terms of a relationship. And I will always love him, but I don't think that we were the right people for each other. And there was a lot of signs I think both of us ignored, but that's my cat. I do have my cat Lila with me as well. If you're watching, let me know in the chat. That would be super helpful so I can tell, who's on here. But yeah, so this all happened basically within the past like week and a half. And we kind of knew leading up to it. Like I said, it's not a surprise that we did end up parting ways very mutually, and I ended up moving very close to my office for work. So my commute went from about 30 minutes to less than 10 minutes, which is going to be so awesome in terms of gas for me. If you're just joining the chat or the live stream, welcome. Thank you so much. Just an update that I moved. I am single. My boyfriend and I guess now ex-boyfriend, him and I parted ways. So it's a huge life update, and my rent, unfortunately, did go up because we were splitting it two ways, and now that I'm on my own, I'm paying for it all myself. So if you're watching, I mean, have a drink, my friends. This is a Golden Girls rip to, I think, all of them on here. I bought this wine glass because I had packed all of mine away, and they are still actually packed away. I need to rewash all of them, and I don't have a dishwasher. I also don't have an in-unit washer dryer. So I definitely downgraded in that regards, but I'm so happy to be very close to work again and be able to, now save so much money on gas, but then also groceries because it's only me and I don't really eat that much. I'm also going on vacation here in the coming weeks for about 10 days. My sister's graduating from college, which is so exciting. And then we're hopping over to Hawaii. And I've never been to Hawaii, and this is actually, I think, the longest vacation I've had, gosh, in a very long time. I'm really excited for a vacation and just sort of getting a clear mind, getting a clean space, clean headspace, whatever it may be. Hi, everybody who's watching. Thank you for watching this live stream. And yeah, so now that I'm single and I don't have anybody to really rely on me, I'm excited to start really producing like more content on this YouTube channel. I really do enjoy watching YouTube, but also creating content for YouTube. So expect like 2 to 3 videos a week. I'll of course continue my like normal budgeting videos. The budget for the end of May, hopefully that will come out tomorrow. I'm going to record it after this and then edit it, and hopefully it'll come out tomorrow. I also have to put together a bed frame this evening, so we'll kind of see how it goes. And then the updating about June's budget, it's going to be very crazy because with the move, I have just had so many expenses, and I took a look at my credit card statement yesterday and how much I put on my credit card, and I'm pretty disappointed in the amount of money I've spent. I actually ended up paying the deposit on this apartment with actually the money from sinking funds that I obviously no longer needed because of the breakup. And I also pulled some from those savings challenges that I've been doing. So I think the deposit was like $930 with the, like that was the deposit, and then the 6 days of rent for the end of the month, and then the application fee and the admin fee and everything. So I was able to pull that all from like the cash I had been saving. And then because the apartment wasn't cleaned the day she said it was going to be cleaned, she actually ended up knocking 2 weeks off of my June rent. So basically 50% off. And then crazy story, but Saturday, actually this past Saturday, the end of May, when I moved everything out of my ex's place and I just went and got my cat, I came back and I couldn't get into my apartment. The bottom lock apparently didn't work, and that was the one I had locked from the inside when I had closed the door behind me. So I had to call a locksmith and pay for it out of my own pocket, but they're reimbursing me for that amount. So they're taking that off of June rents as well. So I think my June rent is like $600, which if you live anywhere outside of a big city, that might be your average rent. However, that is not my rent here. I am in a 1-bedroom. I really like the place. Like I said, it's really close to work. But yeah, it was under budget than what I wanted to pay. My budget was $1,500. I think the total is $1,465. That includes water, sewage, garbage, and rent. Parking is free. And then I'm just going to take my laundry when I do it to a laundromat. I did that through college. I took my laundry to a laundromat, and it was so easy. It's like done in 2 hours. I can kind of schedule around. I don't love the laundry that they have here. The specific machines are not my favorite, and you still have to pay for them. So might as well do huge loads at the laundromat, and most of them have Wi-Fi, so I can get some work done and then just like come home. So I am going to be doing laundry tomorrow night for the first night, which will be Thursday. And I do have some quarters. I don't think I have my savings challenge thing next to me, but it's the 365 where I've been saving coins. I have tons of quarters in there, so that's what I'll be using. And then because of the credit card debt, I believe I added it up. I have no idea how it got this high, and I've been looking at my transactions, and they just keep adding up. But basically, within the past, I would say 2 to 3 weeks, I've somehow gotten myself into about $5,500 in credit card debt, which is very unusual for me, and I have no idea. Literally no idea. It's like furniture, like that rug right there, bed frames, the moving company, like everything has just been adding up. And I'm so, so thankful that I've had A, the emergency funds, and B, the sinking funds and challenges that I've been able to pull money from. So that that is like my first to do. I am going to be pulling money from my emergency funds, which I moved over to Ally Bank, which is a high yield savings account. And I have about 10K in there. I'm going to be moving about 3,500 of it over to pay off that credit card debt, and then also money from my sinking funds, and then also from my savings challenges. I have about $150 in here that I'll be using to pay off my Discover card. And then there's some money through these sinking funds, which we can actually take a look at right now. So because I'm going on vacation so soon, sorry to hear about your breakup, and I'm glad you're doing well with everything. Yes, I'm doing, I think, way better than I expected myself to be doing. It definitely ebbs and flows, but when you've been with somebody for 3.5 years, it is weird. But it's almost being by myself and kind of being on my own again. It just feels right. Like it feels like this was definitely the right choice, and I'm glad we did what we did just to get back into our own grooves. I wish him nothing but the absolute best and all of the success that he's been dreaming of. I just think we've been on two different trajectories in life, and there's just no longer that point where we could really see them intersecting and sort of combining. So yeah, back to the sinking fund. So like I said, I'm going on vacation in like very soon. I'm gonna try to keep things a little bit under the radar so you guys don't know when I'm actually gone. But if you watch my Live Rich planner, which I will probably be doing next week, you'll get a pretty good idea. But I do have 1,000 saved for my vacation, so this will be a part of June's budget. And then my sister's graduating, so I saved money for that. My MacBook, so I am about $140 away from my goal. I'm actually doing this live stream on my MacBook right now, and this is my old MacBook that I've had, I think, since my freshman or sophomore year in college. So it's been about 6 or 7 years, and it's definitely time for a new one. But paying off my credit card debt is my number one priority right now. So I am going to pull probably about $300 to $400 from my MacBook sinking fund to help sort of pay off part of that debt. And then I have saved money for my birthday. I ended up saving $175. This is also going to be paying off debt. I have bought some stuff for myself, and I think that's what's kind of been adding up to that debt is I want to make this space my own. Like I'm going to be here at least for the next 11 months. And after that, I do want to buy like a condo or something. But for right now, this is my home and I want to make it my space. So I'm willing to spend a little bit more to get what I want. And yes, moving is expensive. I paid with tip for the movers for 3 hours, it was $600. So it was one like $39 an hour, and then there was 2 of them, so I tipped a good amount because they were really speedy. They made a couple stops for me, and they did all of the heavy lifting. I didn't lift a single thing. They did it all for me. The application fee, yeah, it was $45. I ended up applying to 3 apartments. This one that I ended up signing a lease for was my favorite, and it was the closest to work and not near the airport, which would have been okay, but I'm like weary about like living so close to such a major hub like that. Where I'm at is like very secluded, and it's like pretty good security around here too. Yeah, but it is exciting to be able to decorate, and I'm putting together some lamps after this, and I realized that they didn't come with light bulbs. The whole living room has no lights. So I bought 2 lamps that I actually had in my old place, and I took it with me, but I realized that the dog that we had got together, the puppy, had chewed the cord. So it actually doesn't work. So I'm going to take that to the dump. And I bought 2 more exactly like it because I really do like them. They're the ones with the shelves. and then like the box light up top. So I do really like them, and just to add some more space, but I'm bummed I'll have to wait till tomorrow because I have to go get light bulbs. So yeah, let me take a drink of this wine because this is a lot, and it's crazy that this is where my life is right now. Like this is where my life is right now, and it's exciting. It's a little bit scary, and of course it's a little bit emotional too. Like I said, I was with him for 3.5 years. It's bonkers and just a lot of things. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like it's really over. Though it was the right choice, it's still hard. It is still hard. I have zero plans to go on any dates, to see anybody else. Like I just want to focus on me and my career, my trajectory, and the passions that I live for. So cheers to the single life, and living alone and being on my own agenda. I'm drinking Barefoot Moscato. It's absolutely my favorite. All the Barefoot is delicious. Okay, I forget where we left off. So car insurance, I still have to pay for, so we're going to keep that. Cheers. Yes. Christmas. Now that I don't have to buy my or ex-boyfriend Christmas gifts, I will be taking probably about 300 to 400 out of this. There's 763 so far to help pay off a little bit more of the debt. Father's Day is in June, and then my dad's birthday is July 1st. So there's $100, and by him, I do the exact same thing every year. He already knows what he's getting. For Father's Day, I normally get him like a Home Depot or Lowe's gift card of $50. And then whichever one I didn't get him for Father's Day, I get him that one for his birthday. Super simple. I just mail it. I can't remember if I'll see him for Father's Day. I have to figure out like the trip that I am going on, if that, aligns. So this will actually be a part of my June, the first 2 weeks budget. Car registration, I cannot avoid this. This will be due in the end of July for me, I believe. Halloween, I've only saved $20, so I'm just going to keep it in there. Anniversary, I guess I'll just rip this up. Since I'm not in a relationship anymore, there's no reason to save for an anniversary. I don't think we'll get back together, so rip. That's how I cope. It's just by eliminating the reminders. Valentine's Day, I'm probably going to rip this up too because I ain't got no Valentine anymore. Car insurance, this is due in January of 2023. I haven't saved anything. This is for my best friend's birthday. Sarah, if you're watching this, yes, you do have your own envelope here. Black Friday, I haven't saved anything for. Christmas travel. Actually, I think for Christmas travel, I'm probably not going to save anything for this because I got I got a Alaska Airlines credit card and I have a bunch of points on there. I'll probably just fly Alaska or I'll drive. So there's really no reason for this, but I'm going to keep it as a sinking fund just as like a reminder if I decide to fly a different airline. I like to fly Southwest back from my hometown because they get 2 free checked bags. But now that I have the Alaska credit card, you do get a checked bag, because you have the card. Okay, so we did this. 4th of July. We used to do things for the 4th of July. I believe my friend and I and my Sounders crew, we got invited to a 4th of July party already. So there's $150. I'm probably just going to take about $100 out of here to pay part of my debt and leave $50 in case I want to buy booze or snacks, bring whatever I want. Thanksgiving, there's $40 in here. I'm probably just going to leave it at that. New Year's, there is $100 saved in here. I didn't use it last year. I just rolled it over, and I'm going to put that towards debt. I have, 7 months to save for New Year's if I really wanted to. So that's probably, I don't know how much that is. So 100 from New Year's, 100 from the 4th of July is 200. Wait, Father's Day, this is the wrong pile. Christmas, we're going to pull probably 400. So that's going to give us 600. My birthday is 200, so that's going to give us 800. My MacBook, I'm going to pull, I think I'm probably going to pull 400, which gives us $1,200. And obviously car insurance, car insurance, car registration, I obviously have to pay for, so I'm not going to get rid of that. So $1,200 is being pulled from what I've already saved. Like I said, I paid the 960 or 80 something dollars. You had to be like a cashier's check. So I just took my cash to the bank and they wrote it all up for me for my deposit on this place. And I took that all for my savings challenges. And then today I combined all of the cash, or I put all the cash together, combined it all. So I haven't really counted it. There's a bunch of ones. I would say there's probably about $150. This is going to go towards my Discover debt. So oh gosh, I'm losing track of all these numbers here. Okay, so we've got 1,200 plus probably 150. It's probably more than 150, but just for rounding purposes. And then what else? So I do have sinking funds like through bank accounts for my student loans that will resume, I believe, starting September 1st. And then also I've been saving for a house. I have some other funds that I have been saving for a house in terms of like my stock portfolio, my Acorns account. I have another stock portfolio, and then the sinking like checking account fund. So right now in that checking account, there's about $900, I believe. So I'm going to pull $400 from that and just pay off as much debt, as much as that credit card debt as possible. So we're going to add 400, which brings us to $1,750 at this point. And then my student loans, I have about $3,800, I believe. There's so many airports around here that you can just hear all of the sounds. So my student loans was about $3,800. I'm going to pull $800 from that. I know it's due when it's due, but I don't want to have a credit card payment that's building interest at like a way higher rate. I think the interest rate is like 20+%. My student loans, I believe, are at 7.5%. So I'd much rather pay off all this credit card debt and then just really start building up that savings fund again. So we're at $1,750 plus the $800. So brings us to $2,550. And then I believe I'm going to bring over $3,500 from my emergency fund, which is at, I think I said 10 earlier, but I believe it's actually at about 9,500 at this point. So plus 3,500 brings us to 6,050, and that's exactly how much I need to pay off my credit card debt. So the agreement my ex and I had of moving out, because my name is still on the lease, and I really am just, I was probably too kind in offering this, but it's because I just care so deeply and I have the financial resources to pay and be able to like make sure that he's okay financially. I did agree to pay him my portion of June and July's rent. So paying all of this off, like basically before I go on my trip, like that's a priority for me. And then I do have to pay my rent here, which is about $600. I'm going to pull that from my emergency fund as well. And then my paycheck that I get the middle of the month, $1,100 of that is going to be going to him for July's rent. And then I'm pretty much done with that there. I just probably won't be saving anything for my sinking funds this month or for my student loans or house savings account. I have been using some of the money and the profits from Amazon to save for my house and my student loans. So I do have like a pretty good amount being paid out here very soon from Amazon, and some of that will be going towards the house and the house and student loans, and then also part of the cost of goods that I've put onto my credit card as well. And what else? So yeah, and then of course the paycheck that I get the very beginning of July will basically be the start of really my new budget. So if you're watching this and you do follow all of my budgeting videos, things will be changing financially. For one, my gas budget is going to go from probably about $200 a month to about $50 a month because I live so close to work. And the only thing I'm really going to be paying gas for is when I go grocery shopping, because I like to go to Trader Joe's, and it's like in the next town. And then also with sourcing, I should be taking that out of my like business budget, but I'm just like, I haven't gotten to that point yet where I like itemize things. Eventually I will get there, just not at that point. So probably about $50. I get pretty good gas mileage. And yeah, so that's about $150 savings a month. For reference, my rent overall increased from about, I would say about 1150 because we had like a new increase in our rent. We literally just signed a new lease when the increased rent, which sucks, but it is what it is. So yeah, so it went from about 1150 to about 1500. So if you do 1150 minus 1400, it's a difference about $250. Or wait, I did that wrong. 1150 minus 1500. Difference of $350. So if I'm saving 150 on gas every month, plus I'll probably be saving, oh gosh, I really want to get my food budget down to about like $30 to $40 a week. I still think that's pretty high, but I used to have it at, I think like $200 every 2 weeks, so $400. So if I can get it down in half, that pretty much makes up the difference in rent. And because I plan to not eat out that much, like when we would eat out, like one of us would pay. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to really like push myself and challenge myself. And I have really big goals for year 25. I turned 25 on June 10th, which is crazy. And I think I'm just having like a quarter life crisis. I heard somebody call it the other day. But I have really big plans for year 25, and I'm excited to just start saving up, just kind of doing my own thing and really reaching those goals. I'm going to be creating like a vision board probably when I come back from my vacation of just everything I want to like manifest in my 25th year of life. But yeah, back to what I was saying about, I guess, just like saving money. And like, yes, I'm paying $350 more a month in like rent, but I will be saving so much money on gas, on eating out, on groceries, just like random stuff that I would like buy for like everything. And once I pay off this credit card debt, like I really do not want to put anything else on there except for stuff for my reselling business so I can earn those miles. And the cash back. I actually have a really fun challenge I'm doing with myself, and it's just so, it's like kind of fun, and I'm excited for it. Is through all of the cash back, through all of the miles, through all of the like, so cash back on my credit card. So Bank of America does cash back, Discover does cash back, my Alaska Airlines card does miles. And because I put all of these expenses, the debt that I'm talking about on that Alaska card, I will get like the 60,000 bonus miles, which is really exciting. So that will actually pay for my Christmas travel. I've already looked at flights for in December, and those miles will pay for them completely. I just have to pay, I think, like $20 in like taxes and fees. But other than that, like it's going to be pretty sweet. And then I do Rakuten as a cashback app or like Chrome extension. And then I also do Ibotta. So on both of those, I'm like getting way off track here. So between Ibotta, Rakuten as like pure cash back, like it's physically in my account as a dollar amount. Then same with Discover and Bank of America. I can get those cashed out into my account, or like I think they can cut me a check. I can also apply those to my balance, but I don't really think that's helpful. Like it doesn't teach me anything if my cash back just gets applied. And then my Alaska Airlines miles, I basically want to save up enough to take myself on a really nice vacation. And I am about, I think, let's see, I have $150 on Bank of America. I have $100 on Discover. I have $25 on Rakuten and $45 on Ibotta. It will be about $60 soon. So $150 plus $100 plus $25 plus $50. Okay, so I have $325 saved thus far. but I think I have a lot of cash back coming soon. So I'm excited to see how much I can really save. I do not do fetch. Those receipts add up. I've heard of it, I just don't do it. I have, like whenever I go onto any site, like Walmart, for example, I have, like, 7 Chrome extensions that pop up. I believe Ibotta is the best. I think they do 6% cashback, but it's not on everything is what I'm realizing. Same with Rakuten. Um, Amanda, mindset is everything. Stay positive, motivated. Yes, thank you. I think just like keep going one day at a time and just really like creating routines for myself, I think will be really helpful. Um, I can't, I want to, I'm terrible at pronouncing things. So is it sick chick? I also live alone. I do $60 a week for groceries, mostly shopping at Aldi. Yeah. So there is, grocery outlet around here. There's like a bunch actually sourced there for Amazon. There's Winco's, which I love. I went there this past weekend. And then there's Walmart and Target. I actually do not go to the Walmart close to my work during the day. It's just like it feels very unsafe. So I either do like online order pickup or I go super early in the morning. And then there's also a Target. And then there's also a Trader Joe's, which is just the next town over. So I'm really set on grocery stores. And I think just like meal planning is going to be super helpful. I don't really eat a big breakfast. So it's like eggs and sausage if I really want to prep something. Or I have these like muffin bites I got from Grocery Outlet, which I believe they actually came from Costco, just like the packaging and how they're individually packaged and etc. I believe they came from Costco. So that's good. Like I'm good with one of those and then like my 7 cups of coffee every morning. It's really not that much. There's actually free coffee in my office building. So I did buy actually a Keurig, like one of those mini ones from someone on Facebook Marketplace. She was selling it for 35 bucks, brand new, still in box, and it's light pink. Perfect. The coffee I got from Target is really gross. I'm gonna have to get some other ones from Grocery Outlet. But that'll be like my 1 cup while I get up in the morning. Like I can literally leave my house at 7:15 and be at work by 7:30. So I think getting up at like 6:30 is pretty good for me. Have my cup of coffee, do some chores around the house, get ready, clean up, just do everything to set myself up for success. And then meal planning, I don't have a microwave yet. I probably won't get one until I get back from vacation. I don't really want to spend $75 on a microwave. I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace and there's just nothing that looks clean in terms of a microwave. So I do have a microwave at work, so leftovers for lunch is obviously ideal for me, and then making a fresh something for dinner. Last night I had pesto pasta I made with veggies, and then these like veggie meatballs, plant-based meatballs. I'm not on a plant-based diet. I am more than happy to eat meat. I enjoy like chicken, ground turkey, stuff like that. It's just they were from IKEA and IKEA didn't have their regular meatballs. So I just bought I think they're called veggie balls. It was actually really good. If you're near an IKEA, I would highly recommend their veggie balls. So I have leftovers for lunch today, and I'll have it for tomorrow and Friday. That'll be my lunch at work. And then tonight I'm gonna make a panini. I have a panini press that I got on Black Friday for like $15, I think from like Macy's. So I have everything for paninis, and probably have paninis tomorrow because I have tomatoes and avocados that I have to use up before. Oh, the wine is getting to me before I go on vacation. So I want to make sure I'm not wasting any produce. And I love paninis and I have chips. And it's like literally no dishes except for like the plate that I'll be using and like the knife to cut up the avocado. So it'll be super simple for tonight and tomorrow. And then Friday, I am having barbecue pizza because I do have an oven and I got it from Trader Joe's, barbecue chicken pizza, which is my favorite. So I think if I can just be like very conscious about my meals, and this is all things that I did in college. Like I'm not a stranger to any of this. Meal planning is just simple for me so I can just come home, like do what I need to do, or I can go sourcing after work and not be like, shoot, I still have to make freaking pasta tonight. Or I have to make a dish. I think just being strategic about what I have. And I know the grocery prices at literally every store. I know exactly what's the cheapest where. There's also a Fred Meyer and a Safeway super close to here. So I have so many grocery stores, but being one person, it's like, and I don't have that much cabinet space. I really don't. I have a decent size like fridge, which is actually right here, and a freezer, but I don't have that much cabinet space, so I do have to be conscious. I am trying to live a more dairy free lifestyle. It actually really upsets my stomach. So I did the whole 30, it's like an elimination diet for 30 days, hence whole 30. I did it about a year ago. I really enjoyed it, but I discovered that dairy and I are not friends. So I'm very good about, or I guess I understand like what products I can buy that are dairy free from doing the whole 30 because you can't have dairy on that either. So I'm going to be using a lot more of those type of recipes and I know where to get them for cheap. Where I'm not spending an arm and a leg. The whole 30 literally was so expensive to do the first round, but I learned how to read labels on your food and just to identify like the hidden sugars. So I hope like part of the content I want to start creating is just my overall like what I'm eating in a week or what my meal plan is going to be. When I have a plan, I pretty much stick to it so I don't have to think about things throughout the week. So that'll be really easy for me to do. And then we can go like grocery shopping together and I'll show you what I got and how much it costs me and what the amount of meals will be. I don't eat a lot. It's something I've really learned over the years is to have smaller portion sizes. And that actually helps with my weight loss. Unfortunately, I've gained about 20 pounds within the last year. I would say it's like the post COVID weight. Actually, probably since last August, unfortunately. And I think it's just all of the stress and anxiety that I've been under, just like emotionally eating. So I'm hoping to just be a little bit better on what I'm putting into my body. I'm going to go back to the gym. I kept my gym membership. I have a really big like living room space where I can do at home workouts. I need to go like introduce myself to my downstairs neighbor in case I'm jumping all around. They know that it's me and I'm just working out. Everybody here in this building has been so nice so far. Someone left me a nice bottle of wine the first day I moved in. I've met more people in the first like 48 hours than I met in my entire other apartment building that I lived in for 2.5 years. No, like people just were not friendly there. So yeah, everything is doing good. It's just, the single life and now just sort of kind of figuring out my own finances again and how I want to live my life is definitely going to be a new adventure and new content for this YouTube channel. I think that's what I'm most excited about is now that I'm not sharing a space with anybody, but my cat Lila, I don't know where she went. I think she's annoyed that I'm not paying attention to her. She's so sweet. I love her so much. But now that I am not sharing a space with anybody, like I can film at pretty much all hours of the day and edit whenever I please and pretty much create my own schedule the way I really want it to be done. And I started dating him my senior year of college, so I have not been single post college life. And I'm excited for these new adventures. And even when I was single in college, like my evenings were always filled with like schoolwork, work, extracurriculars, clubs, volunteer work. Like I was always busy. So now I'm excited to figure out who I am outside of a relationship, outside of school, and really just outline a path for where I want to be, in 3 to 5 years. Turning 25 and like 9 days. It's exciting. It's a little bit scary, but I think adventure is definitely waiting for me. So I am ready for all of the content that I will be sharing with you and just more about my life, about my budgeting goals. Once I do have my like vision board created, I don't know if Yeah, it's actually right there, the cork board. I've had it for probably 6 months now, and I have not created my vision board. It's something I've been wanting to do. Now that I have the time to do it, I'm gonna do it, and I'm going to manifest what I want in the next, like, for year 25 and 3 to 5 years, and then, like, 5 plus years is kind of how I'm gonna break it down. Once I do that, I will, like, share it, with you probably on another live. This is so easy versus editing things. And yeah, I think that's really it in terms of the update here. If you guys have any questions, like leave them in the chat. I guess I could keep chatting like forever. I could just keep talk to myself here all the time. Let's be real. I saw this meme that was, gosh, I wish I would have saved it, but it was something about like you don't think that I don't talk to myself? That's like rude of you to think that or something. Like it was really funny. I saw it on Facebook. Anyhow, so I think that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate you watching this, whether it's live on the replay. Sorry, I'm spinning in my chair. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just killing time. Anyhow, I'm gonna make this wrap. I'm gonna go make my panini, which I'm really excited about. I've been looking forward to all day. Give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment. I would really appreciate that. And enjoy your evening, your day, your morning, whenever you're watching this. I appreciate you guys all so much. So I'm going to end this stream. Bye.